Hey guys, video number 7 here. We're going to work on some bunting. I also have a drill to work on helping with some bunting as well. So let's get started with that. Making sure that we have proper technique for bunting is very important. I know a lot of that bunting part is getting lost in the older kids in the major leagues. They don't do that as much, except for in a few situations. But I think for younger kids, this is a very valuable skill that can get you a lot of extra base hits as well. So I know from my experience being a lefty and a righty, I got a lot of extra base hits. I had decent speed, so I took advantage of when I saw those hitters or those third basemen playing far back. I took advantage of it every time and got on base majority of the time. So very important to add this piece to your game, and then we're going to help you get better at bunting through all these stuff that we're going to teach you today. So practice as you watch, guys. Practice this and go get in your stance, but also make sure you're watching as well. So when we do sacrifice bunting, some of you guys know this already, but where do we stand according to home plate? So if the whole other team knows we're bunting, and I know I'm bunting, everybody in the whole park knows you're bunting, we want to move up in the box. What that means is home plate, I normally let up off this corner right here. I'm going to go farther forward all the way up in the front of the box. The reason I do that is it gives me a bigger window to get that ball in fair territory. It's much easier to hit that ball fair territory and get those runners wherever I need to go. So move up in the box, so the front of the box rather than way back. We want to make sure we open up those angles a little bit and be a lot easier to get it fair territory. So we don't want to tip this too early if we're trying to surprise on this one. So if it's a bunt for a base hit, we want to show later. But our typical thing is off that pitcher's first movement is when we're gonna square up to bunt. So I'm waiting and watching that pitcher right now. Get in my stance. That first movement, I see that pitcher. They start to go here. That's when I'm going to square up my body. So all I'm doing right now is I'm turning my toes straight towards the pitcher. Now be careful. A lot of you guys want to step here and then take a bunt right here. Notice what I just did. Anytime you're swinging or bunting and you touch home plate, you are out. When you make contact, you are out. Be careful on that one. So make sure we're just rotating our toes. So all I'm doing is sliding my hands up the bat a little bit and turning my toes right here. So turn my toes both are forward. Bend that back knee. Bend that back knee. Stand tall still. We don't want to hunch over. Stand tall still. A little bit forward so we can get it out front though too. So grip-wise, we want to make sure that we are really loose with this, the hand that's close to the handle. Real loose. All I usually grab it with is 2 fingers and then just cover with these ones. All that is my adjuster inside third base or first base, an adjustment right there. We want to keep these 4 fingers together just like that. We're going to be pinching with this finger and this thumb, and that's it. So a lot of you guys want to do this. That's dangerous. It may come inside quick and hit you right in the finger, and that'll hurt or be worse. So we want to make sure 4 fingers stay together. Bring them like this, thumb on top, thumbs up. All we're doing is pinching right here. If you're good at it, I can hold my bat with just that, pinching my fingers right here. Now you can't even barely see my thumb. Now this can be pulled out or let go quick. So right here, pinch, pinch. Right about the trademark, right where the trademark kind of starts right here. Boom, right there. Okay, loose, get them kind of close together. This is the adjustment hand. This is just holding it. We want to keep a little bit of an angle now. Right here, so pinching behind the bat, right by the trademark. Right by the little sticker right here. Okay, or right when it starts to thicken out. That's where we go. If you're not sure, it's right where the bat starts to thicken out right here. See, it's skinny. Now it's starting to get a little thicker. That's why we go. So it's a little thicker. All right, so first movement, sliding up to the trademark, nice and loose. Move my hands up a little bit off the bat. Make sure we're elevated a little bit right here. We don't want to start down. If it's down, we hit, pop up. We want the ball to go down the ground for a bunt. We don't want to pop it up. So turn those toes. Make sure you show it. Hands late. Don't just start like this and everybody knows you're bunting right away. We want to kind of keep it a little bit hidden. So rotate, slide the hands. Here comes the pitch. Keep that bat up. So all I'm doing now is I'm starting my bat about shoulder height because that's where the top of the zone is. Right there. Now, if it's above the bat, now I know that's the top of the zone. If it's above the bat, all I'm going to do is pull that back, take the ball. Pull that back, take the ball. Now from there, all I'm doing is going to adjust down to the ball. Bend those knees. Get low with those knees. Now I adjust down. Remember, if I want to adjust, So if I'm bunting the ball that way, pitcher's that way. If I want to adjust, all I do is use this hand, the one by the handle. Third base, first base. Nice and easy. Keep that bat still elevated right there. Nice and easy, back and forth. Third base, first base. Try it out. Pinch those fingers. Third base, pull it, push your hand forward, push this hand forward. First base, pull it back a little bit. Push it forward, third base. Pull it back, first base. So that gives us our angles left and right. We're going to go either side. Okay? So, first movement, we load back. Find that trademark that just starts to slide up and it starts to get a little thicker. That's when we stop. Somewhere, bring this up a little bit, real loose. Bend those knees. Now we work up and down the ball. Boom, boom. We shouldn't have to, if you notice, watch my home plate down here. You see my bat's covering the whole plate right now. My sweet spot. We want to try to hit towards the end of the bat, kind of deaden it more. So we want to hit more right here. Excuse me. So right here, we want to make sure we cover the home plate. We should never have to reach for a ball. If we reach for a ball, it's too far out there. If we have to really fight inside, it's a ball too. So never reach for a ball. Never reach for it. Never reach or pull it in. We're already set. We should go down or up. Slight turn, maybe a slight movement just to make sure we don't catch it on the handle or up the tip. Then we're fine. Okay? All right, so a drill we're work on here. If you have a parent, great. They can pitch to you. Underhand toss, working on this. We want to be really soft. Everybody loves to do this to hit the bunt. We don't want to do that. When I bunt, it's soft. My hands are soft. So bend those elbows. Soft. Soft. Never stab at it. Unless you're really trying to push it down the line somewhere or push it towards second base a little bit more. But we very rarely do that. So really soft. Catch that ball. Never swing at it. Soft. So a good drill to practice for this is either someone pitching to you, a parent or a sibling, to pitch underhand and work on that, or overhand toss, whatever works for you guys. Otherwise, I have grip it like this. Choke up in the bat a little bit. This is where you're going to have your loose grip right here, but for now I'm going to hold it tight. All you're going to do is keep that bat elevated. You're going to underhand toss. Now I'm using that spot. I'm going to hit that spot real close to it. But I also want to throw a little high, a little low. If it's above the bat, we pull it back. So my first example here, squaring up. Look, too high, I pulled back. Too high, I pulled back. Okay, I'm doing another one. Bend those knees to the ball. It's low. Notice I bend my knees right there. Got real low. Got real low. Bend those knees. I angle a little towards first base. Nice and soft. Not stabbing. Nice and soft. So grab your ball again. Come back. Turn your body square up. Pitcher just first movement. Hold the bat. Nice and soft. Right there. Now notice I dropped my bat head a little bit that time. It popped it up a little bit in the air. Make sure you keep that tip up a little higher. Okay, so you pitch to yourself. Square up. Now I'm going third base. Notice the ball went to the left this time. Tough to see in my angle. That wall's a little bit easier, but I can go off this wall right here. Just like that. I missed that one. It was too low. Should have pulled back on that one. Nice and soft. So make sure you notice I had a little bit of an angle going towards first base for that one. All right, so practice that drill. Someone can pitch to you. Awesome. If not, hold that bat. Make sure it's elevated a little bit up. A little bit up. We want to make sure that ball goes down. Toss it against the wall. Bend those knees. Bend those knees. Not drop the hands. Bend those knees and eye that ball. Bend those knees. Keep that bat across home plate as well. All right, give it a couple more tries. Pitch to yourself against the wall, or have a parent or sibling help you out with that. All right, guys, see you in the next video.